Every now and then I stumble upon something, a neat little trick that makes an enormous difference in the way I live my life and in my outcomes and in my attitude. And recently I've discovered something that I want to share with you, and that is to be profoundly grateful for whatever happens. Just be profoundly grateful for it. Whether it's, whether you judge it to be good or bad or somewhere in between, your best response, your best initial response, is to tell yourself, I'm profoundly grateful for this. Now that may sound crazy, because some things that happen are going to be very difficult for you, very painful. But your initial response, first you'll have an initial emotional response that's pretty much automatic. But your initial intentional response, when it is to be profoundly grateful and to remind yourself that you're profoundly grateful, that empowers you. And it also frees up a lot of space in your mind. It frees you from the burden of resentment, from the burden of worry, from the burden of anger for the bad things. And even for the good things, it frees you from worrying that it's not going to last. Go ahead and be profoundly grateful for it. It may sound crazy, and you don't really even need a reason to be, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. You don't have to justify your gratitude. You just have to say to yourself, I'm profoundly grateful for this, and move on. Do that and discover how it frees you, how it frees up your mind to think of the good possibilities, the best possibilities, the positive things that you can do, the paths that you can take from that moment. Because whatever's happened has already happened. You cannot go back in the past and make it not happen. It's already there. So when you're profoundly grateful for whatever has happened, what that ends up being, what you end up being, is profoundly grateful for the opportunity to live this very moment. Every moment. When everything that happens, when you respond by telling yourself that you're profoundly grateful for it. Try it. Just give it a try. I thought of this and started doing it, and it makes an amazing difference in your attitude, in what you focus on, in the time and energy that you have available to do good stuff. It's amazing, I tell you. And now you can add a little power to this. And like I said, even though you don't have to have a justification for being grateful, you can come up with one. You can add the word because. So you can say to yourself, whatever happens, I'm profoundly grateful for this. And then challenge yourself by adding the word because. And what will happen is your mind will automatically start coming up with reasons why whatever happened is actually something to be grateful for, to be profoundly grateful for. You will see possibilities because of that word because. So I'm profoundly grateful for this because. And you cannot help but answer that question. And it may not be immediate, but the answers will come. Because that's what your mind does. It seeks answers to challenges, to questions like that. So give it a go. I tell you, it really is, it can be a life changer. I'm profoundly grateful for this, whatever it may be. Thank you.